welcome our Facebook audience and those also on the YouTube who are watching us from all over the globe. And we would like to say welcome to this session which we are going to begin now, and we are going to have a fantastic time. Now today I'm going to speak about motivation. My name is Kimani Wanderi. Kimani Wanderi, I joined this company in January and I love the business here. I build brands and I develop brands. One of the best brands that I know how to develop is myself. Because I've learned that everybody else can be who they are, but nobody helps me to make me who I am. So it is your responsibility to make the brand that you are, and nobody will help you in that responsibility. So today I chose two things. Number one, I chose to speak about something that all of us have done and may be having. And this is called what? Expectations. Let me ask you this question. Have you ever been expectant at any one time? What were you expecting? Anybody who has been expectant? Now let me talk to the ladies. They know how to be expectant by profession. What were you expectant about, ladies? At one point, were you expectant? For those who have been?
Yes.
What were you expecting?
I was expecting a baby.
You are expecting a baby.
Yes.
Nice. That one was expecting a baby. So you can be expectant waiting for a what? A baby. Another one?
I was expecting a
Good news. Which good news is that? So you can expect baby.
Yes.
You can also expect what? Good news. And what is your good news in particular, you say?
I was expecting money.
So you can also be expecting money. That's a nice one. What other expectations have you ever had in life? Anybody who has ever had an expectation? Yes.
Expecting to be promoted.
Promotion?
Yes.
You expect a promotion?
Yes.
Wow, that's nice.
Expect to get married.
Married, yes. So you expect to be married and then, now let me even flip the coin a bit. Now let me now go to the other side. Have you ever had an expectation and it was crushed? Disappointed?
Yes.
And you felt angry
Yes.
and annoyed? What are some of those expectations which were failed?
Many of them.
Yes, say one.
Expecting to get an A and you get a B or C or D.
You are expecting to get an A in your class and then you got
B.
B or C.
B or D. And you get a B. So what happens? What happens to you at that point when you are expecting to get an A, you have studied, worked hard, and you knew you had this thing? Your spirit gets crushed. And somehow you feel low all of a sudden. Now let me talk about any other expectation which was failed. Yes?
Going for interview.
Going for an interview.
Expecting to be taken for that job.
You are not even expecting a promotion, you're expecting the job itself. And then,
It didn't work.
did they even send you the apology?
No.
They didn't even bother to. So that you just had, nothing is coming.
Yes.
Okay, that's a nice one. How did you feel after that?
I feel bad.
It feels bad. Okay, nice, interesting. Another one? Just reduce the volume, it's okay. You can stream, but reduce the volume. It's fine, it's not bad.
Expecting a prospect. Then they don't.
Oh, now that is a networker speaking. That they were expecting a what?
A prospect.
A prospect. Did you ever invite somebody to this hall and they told you, I'm coming, and then they didn't come?
Yes. It looks like a phone.
You have even invited some today,
Yes.
and they didn't come. Tell them we were talking about them. How can they not come? And do you realize you are angry the whole day? Please laugh for me, because those people will not come either way. Stop expecting them. And many a times that drains us. You're expecting a prospect, or you have talked to this person, and then they tell you, give me time to think. Have you ever heard that phrase?
Yeah.
Or, I don't like your things, they are too expensive. Small limitations. And before you realize it, you feel deflated and you don't know what to do. And many of us go through this in all life. Have you realized it is not about business, it's about a life? That in life we have expectations, and unfortunately they are never met. There is this beautiful phrase that says, in life, which is more, questions or answers? There are more questions than there are what? Answers. And the worst part is every time you ask a question, you are expecting a what? An answer. Some questions in life will never be answered. For example, I find people who go and they have lost a loved one. And now they have lost a loved one and they are crying over the grave and they're asking, why? Who is supposed to answer you that? Who can answer you? Will there be an answer why it happened? You will not get. There are questions which will remain unanswered. And it means even in your head there are some expectations which will remain unmet. Now let me say this. If you do not know how to manage your expectations, you get disappointed. Now there are several feelings which come with it. Now, which is a feeling? I'll give you the first one. The first one, you feel what? Disappointed. Second feeling? Frustrated. Yes. You feel frustrated. What other thing? Anger. You feel very angry. How could this person waste my time? And after all that invitation, and maybe some of us even, I had one person the other day took leave from work because he had invited a few people and wanted to come with them here. And on that material day, having taken leave, now the people say they are not coming. So what do? Go back to the office. Now she decided to come here, but you can imagine she was here but very annoyed. So you can be angry while your expectations are not met. Another one. What other feeling do you ever feel? Isolated. Isolated. Okay. Why? That one I don't know. But that is a good one also. You feel that. Discouragement. Discouragement. You feel discouraged. You wonder whether does this thing really work. What other feeling? I'm trying to get the feelings from you so that I manage them for you. Hey, did you say that? Foolish. Do you sometimes feel this? Yes. And you wonder, what was I thinking when I went to this person? Sometimes, I've done this once. Let me give my own testimony because I don't know how you felt foolish. I went to somebody and tried to borrow money. And then I explained my story. And you know, that time you frame your story very nicely. And you are explaining to the details which you should not even have shared. Then they tell you no. How do you feel? Very foolish. Why did I even tell him everything? Now he knows everything and he still has not assisted me. Sometimes you can feel what? Foolish. Give me another feeling, I'll take one more and then I'm done.
Unworthy.
Unworthy. Yes, that can be a feeling. And you realize what I can actually summarize all these things. Are they positive or negative feelings? Negative. They are all negative feelings. Now, not one time when your expectations have not been met will you ever feel positive. And chances are, most of us remain on this negative. And we do not know, how do I get out of it? Now let me even go further. This one, does it leave you happy or sad? Sad. Sad. So you realize instead of being happy, you are what? Sad. And now it affects everything else. Now let me start making the ripple effect. Now you invited this person, they did not come, so they wasted your time, you felt foolish, felt discouraged, angry and frustrated. All those negative feelings are building up inside you. So what do you develop? You develop a negative energy. And inside your body, now you do not know how to deal with yourself. So the second thing, instead of showing happiness, you start feeling sad. Now that starts eating. It starts eating into your productivity. So that day which you go back to the office and you are seated at the reception and you are waiting for people to come, will you be happy to them or sad? Very sad. But whose price are they paying? They are paying a price for the disappointment that you experienced. Many a times, this is what has happened. In life, and I can use the word generously, let me use the word generously. In life, there are times when you go through life and you develop something that is called, let me get this one, it has slipped my mind. It keeps going, yes, this one. Read that one for me. Entitlement. You have this thing inside you, inside your subconscious mind. This one operates only inside your subconscious mind. And there, what it does is that it tells you you deserve to get good things in life. That is why you are never prepared for the negatives. You are always prepared for the positive. When you talked about all these things that you are expecting, were you seeing that all of them, were they positive or negative? They were positive or negative? Positive. That tells you every time when you expect something, you are on a positive frequency. What you have inside your brain is a feeling of entitlement. You know that they deserve to treat you better. You know that they deserve at least to be a little bit courteous. They should have at least called and said, I'm not coming. Or even that place that I was going for interview, they should have at least told me, we regret. But some of them are very unkind. They will even ignore and tell you, if you don't find yourself in the shortlist, just know you are out. So, ni wewe ujijazie. And you realize that positivity now starts being affected by being fed with what? Negative feelings. And now these negative feelings take over your life and you start living in that frequency. Now this is what this one does. Entitlement says that now you allow other people to be in charge of that. What entitlement does, it creates in you, number one, expectations. The reason you had these expectations was because you were entitled to receive good things. No one told me here that they were expecting, and let me put this one. How many of you are expecting this? Read that one. Die. How many of you are expecting to die? You never expected. Why? Let me even make it worse. How many of you expected to get this? Now you are scared. Now you don't even want to relate to that frequency. Why? Because nobody tells us that the reality is that we have also to know to expect the worst. And this is the two problems we have in life. Many people don't subscribe when their expectations are not met. And so they get crushed. But if I have learned one principle, I have learned to have fun while expecting. This is what will happen next. When you have expectations, secondly, you start waiting. And what are you waiting for? You are waiting for your expectations to be met. But question, who is supposed to meet them? Yourself or other people? Are you sure? Not always. Sometimes we wait other people to meet our own expectations. When I go for an interview, am I supposed to give myself a job or somebody else? Somebody else. Now let me go to point number 3. And this also transfers the control to somebody else. And before you realize it, now your life can easily be controlled by the other person. Most of us expect. Now this is what happens. This week on Sunday, a friend of mine, I am talking to them and they were supposed to come here. And you are supposed to meet. So they eventually called me at about 1 o'clock and I came here at 10 and we were supposed to meet at 10 and they called me at 1. They tell me, unfortunately, we will not be able to do what? To come. Why? They gave me a very good reason, flimsy for that reason. We had a baby shower that I had forgotten about in Umota. So is that a good reason for me? But for them, it is a valid one. And they said, I had forgotten to tell you that we had this baby shower. Then yesterday, the person calls me, and I called, actually I am the one who called, and I called back and asked, now when can we reschedule our appointment? And he tells me, let me find time within the week. And then I'll let you know. I said, no, don't find time within the week. Tell me, is it this evening or tomorrow? And he tells me, this evening then, it is 5 o'clock after I leave work. And then immediately at 5 o'clock, she calls me back and tells me now, you know what has happened? That person we went to for baby shower on Sunday now was taken to Kijabe this morning. And unfortunately, they have lost the baby. So now I won't come. Question, is she the one who lost the baby? But are you realizing that there are people who will create these things and you have them every time? X what? Excuses. And others even want to validate them, and they say they are called what? Reasons. And they will give you reasons as to why they did not meet your expectation. Now, this is a principle that I've learned, and it is not as good as it sounds. Sometimes for you to manage your expectations, you have to learn to expect nothing. Now, that is difficult. Sometimes you have to learn not to expect anything from anyone. Sometimes we have disappointed ourselves because most of the times you have not realized that you handed over the control of yourself to other people. And so when you get disappointed, they can actually dictate how you stay. Now, can I talk even about relations in the home, husband and wife? And one husband says, the reason I am not happy in this home is because of my husband. Is your husband supposed to give you happiness? Unfortunately, he's not. But you have expectations of how they should be able to act, of how they should talk to you, of what they should bring for you. If they do not meet those expectations, this is what happens. Expectations can easily turn to limitations. And this can become what now stops your life. This is what expectations do. Expectations rob you from being in the present world and take you to a world of oblivion. You live in expectancy of things you have never held or touched. You sometimes do not have control over those things you expect. Have you ever seen those people who play jackpot and they stay with that expectation every day? Have you ever seen some of those gambling games that we play on the phone? Well, give me some names. I don't want to name some. You know some. Nani ameshaicheza hizo games za simu? What are they called? Sport pesa, another one. Betting, another one. Are they bad? Do people win? Yes. But do others lose? Yes. So how many win and how many lose? Which one is more? Let me put you for a moment in the mind of those who win. How do they feel? That this thing is good. Because they had expectations and their expectations were met. But ask yourself about what happens in the mind of those who lose. They get disappointed. And most of them you find, now they get themselves into addictions, into behaviors, trying to cover up for the disappointment that they face. And so you find someone continually, forever, instead of providing for his home and his family or developing himself, he is busy gambling because he lives in the world of expectation. Sometimes you need to come out from that world and live in reality. Sometimes those are the people you cannot tell, stop doing what you are doing. Instead, focus on what you can do and what you can control. They live in expectation of stories which are beyond their control. And this is what happens to most of us. Most of us have believed the reality that we were given and never questioned why we believe in it. So most of us live with expectations of things we cannot explain. Who is supposed to meet those expectations? I'll give you good examples. You are born into a certain tribe and you are told that you are supposed to speak into this tribe. Nobody ever questions. And unfortunately, I'm born into a mix, so I have a mix of language. And so in my home, we don't speak neither my other language, neither my other language. And I had to take it upon myself to learn both. But if you go, you find a conflict in some homes that you don't know which language do you teach your child. If you are born in Kisi and Aluo, which one do you teach the child? Which one will not fight? And you realize the man wants this person to know his Luo, and the lady wants this child to know his Luya or whatever language. At the end of the day, these expectations in this child get to bog him down and they become a limitation. Many a times, our lives have been expectant all through. And the problem about expectation is not that it is bad, but it also makes you live in a world that is not real. How can you manage your expectations? Number one, don't expect. Do not expect. And if you do expect, Expect that which you can be able to do. That means you should be in what? Control. If you learn to manage your expectations, then you will learn to manage your life. Because you will not live in a world of expectations. Learn to know that the people outside of you can provide you solutions, but will not be the solution for you. Most of us focus on results instead of focusing on activity. This is what I always say. If I want to achieve good things, then I must be willing to plant good things. It is wrong for you to expect people to treat you kind and you are not kind to them. That means your expectations should be to yourself what you can do to them so that they can reverse back. And even if they don't reverse back, you have become better by default. Learn to give so that even you can be given. Other people expect to be given when you yourself, you are a stingy one. You never know what it is to give. Now let me even make it much more sweeter. You don't know how to smile and you want people to smile at you. How do they smile? At least give a smile and somehow life has a way of giving you back a what? A smile. What you give into life gets back to you as well. But your expectations of a smile can only be countered by you giving the smile. What am I saying? Take control over your expectations. Do not expect from other people. Because what you are simply doing is handing over your expectations and your life to them. So that is why when I'm a husband and I come home, my wife has a right to be annoyed. Does she? She will feel entitled. And so she gets annoyed and says, "Where are you?" And before you realize, I'm actually controlling how she feels. So if I want her to feel good, what will I do? Come on. So if I come at 5, will she be happy? Yes. So I become the one who pulls the strings in their life. You look through your life and ask yourself, who pulls the strings in your life? Some of us have friends. And if your friends don't call you for the whole day, you are annoyed. Some of us have parents. And if our parents do not meet certain expectations, then we are annoyed. You could be living on a world of what? Expectations. And the best way to get out of it is manage your own expectation. Now this is what I learned. For myself, this is what I told myself as my personal philosophy. Number one, I will never ask from anyone that which I cannot give to them. Can I be a little bit spiritual? The Bible says this. Do unto others. Now finish it for me. Do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. Now let me even go further. We have this what we call the Lord's Prayer, and it says, forgive us our sins as... Question. Who forgives first? I. You expect to be forgiven, yet you do not do what? Forgive. So your expectations are totally misplaced. And you have to learn that your expectations start and end with yourself. When they come from somebody else, it's an added advantage. But in the meantime, it is your business to manage yourself. Never ask for what you cannot do what? Give. If you want to be loved, please learn how to do what? Love. Love is not a 50-50 business. I've heard people say, give me my 50 and I give you my 50. Who told you it's a transaction? It is not a transaction we are in. If you are inside this love relationship, give me 100%, I give you my what? 100. There is no point for 50-50. So what if I don't give my 50? You will be sad all your life. You have to learn to take control over your own what? Expectations in life. That is the only way. This is what I used to do. I used to go to a shop and I used to do businesses all over the world. And I've done businesses, I've even sometimes gone and imported things and brought things inside the country and tried to do business. And I came to realize something. Every person who does business can admit with me. You open a shop in the morning and you do not know who is coming. True or false? And you sit there in what? Expectation that somebody will come. I'm lucky that you came and you invited someone deliberately. You do not expect anyone to come to this hall whom you never invited. That tells you, between the business and this one, which one are you in control? Here you are more in what? In control. Because every person that I invited to come today will either come or refuse to come. And that tells me that I am in charge over my life. And that is the difference. Many people go to the job, and this is what I would do. Every morning I would sit there, and I would wait, and then it gets to lunchtime. And what will I have to remove? I remove some little money, buy lunch, and eat, in expectation that again they will come in the afternoon. And by evening, nobody has come. And then tomorrow, you do the same thing. Now I realized that maybe I'm not doing very well. So I started removing my merchandise from inside the shop and placing them outside the shop so that they can see. Have you ever seen those ones? Now you realize dummies badala kuzieka ndani wacha tuzieke wapi? Ili at least ziwateke wakipi. I love one my leader here is called Albert Gedenji. Albert Gedenji gives his story and says that he used to operate a hospital. And when he left the hospital where he was employed, he came and opened his. And for him to get customers, he would actually take the seat from sitting inside and sit outside. So that those people who are coming to see him on that hospital, now he tells them, Nasa niko happy? Niko happy. And that is the reality of life. All you are trying to do is take control of your life. And before you realize it, in the evening you are disappointed, the next day you are disappointed. Then you get one who comes. And then he comes and says, and you are selling this product for 1,000 shillings, and he tells you I'm offering you 700. What do? You are almost begging them. Please just do what? Just buy. Because that could be your one and only savior. We are going home the other day and we meet this young boy, and we always meet him every place at that same place. And he sells oranges. And this boy, when he sees us, he says, please buy some oranges. And we said, no, today we are not interested in oranges. And this boy says, no, you have to buy some oranges. And so we said, no, today we have not even finished the ones we bought last time. So he goes and cuts one orange and brings us pieces and tells us, so we take the orange and somehow we feel guilty and decide to buy. Immediately we finish buying, this guy packs up everything else and goes home. And I meet him and I ask him, why did you close so quickly? He says, that was the only sale I've made the whole day. So can you imagine, maybe he has a wife and children who are reliant on that business. What if we never bought? Now count the ripple effect. Would the children have eaten? Maybe would have the wife gotten something to cook. And that is the life that we live. And what this has done is that many of us have lost track of life. I was surprised at the statistics I read from the psychology. And they said that during COVID-19 time, while we told everybody to stay at home, there were more suicides than any other time. People were disappointed, not knowing what to do. I have a friend who told me now the office has decided, they have finally realized that they don't need an office. They actually shut down the office. Now they have said everybody works from home. And they said now the money we are even paying you, we realized it was too much. Now we are paying you a third, take it or leave it. And people are getting into frustration. Why? Because our life has been expectant, but the control has been with somebody else. The reason why I'm presenting this is because finally, even for my sake, when I realized I was not in control of my expectations, I had to get something that gives me control. And that is when I met a guy. This guy is called Albert Gedenji. He's the leader in this team. He's the one who came to me. And one time he takes a trip and comes all the way to Nakuru. And when we meet in Nakuru, we meet somewhere along Nyahururu Road. And when we meet there, he sits me down and tells me about what he wants me to do. That is exactly what I want to present to you. Can I show you what that company does? I'm done with this. So learn to manage your what? Don't expect from people if you cannot be able to do what? Give equally the same thing to them. So when you learn that, the feeling of entitlement goes away from you. And soon your feelings stop becoming emotions which actually limit you. Now he comes to me and tells me about this company. And this company is called Be BF Suma. I'll explain to you this BF Suma. BF Suma is simply an acronym. An acronym that stands for a longer name. And the name is Bright Future Superior Unique Manufacturer of what? America. A long name, but stands for two companies, Bright Future Superior Unique Manufacturer of America. The reason why this man came to me and made a lot of sense is because there's something that Les Brown keeps saying, and he repeats it many times. I love motivational speakers because I love doing motivation. And he says like this: there are two very important days in your life. Number one is the day that you are done what? Born. And the other one is the day you realize why you are born. Maybe let me ask this rhetorically. Why is the third one not important, the day you die?
Yes, it is.
It is not important. At least it will not be important to who? To you. But it may be important to other people. That is when they inherit everything you have. And this is what they say. There's actually something that I call the BCD of life. That the first thing which happens in life is the day that you are done what? Born. And the other one is the day that you do what? Die. These two are embraced in between. And in between here, there are all the choices that you make in life. And in between here also, there are all the changes that you go through in life. And that is the truth about life. From the day you are born, you have now to make conscious choices all through your life. You had to wake up in the morning today and decide whether you will come to this meeting or not. You had to decide after this, you will decide whether to join this business or not. And your choices, unfortunately, there's a law in life. It says that choices have what?
Consequences.
So it means also, among the things that I will be dealing with in my life, in between my day of birth, is what? Consequences. So every day that you live, know that this is a fact for sure. You are making choices. You are taking consequences. You are doing changes in your life. That day for me happened. And that day I met him, he explained to me a few things. He told me about this company that has a wonderful product and that also has a wonderful opportunity that can change my life. I tried looking back at my life, and maybe I want to invite you to do the same for yours. Look through your past 5 years. Let me not bother about the rest. Because your last 5 actually determine so much. If you look at your last 5 years, are you happy with the results? If you are, you wouldn't be here. The reason why you are here today is because even your last 5 years don't make much sense. And I love the way I look at it. When you look at those 5 years, let me give you the sad reality. Even the next 5 years will be exactly the same. Now, does that give you any expectation of hope? Now, that makes it gloomy. But because I know a fact for sure that while this is happening, time will forever be a constant. There will be January next year, just like there was January this year. There will be another 11 o'clock tomorrow, like there will be today. The difference will be what you did with the one you have today. If you do nothing of what you have today, then tomorrow will not make sense having it. Actually, this is what Jim Rohn says, that if you are not ready to finish today strong, then you are not worthy to live tomorrow. It means today is the only day that you have been given. And that is why even those who subscribe to Christianity say we live one day at a time. We walk one step at a time. And that's how life grows. But let's say, for example, you don't choose to take one step. Can you move?
No.
You can't. So choices are for real in life. And that is what you have to do. And I had to make a choice to join this company or not to join. And when he explained to me about the products of this company, he told me, this company has fantastic products. Let me explain the origin of this company. They have two backgrounds. Number one, in 1993, this company starts as Bright Future Pharmaceutical. This is a company which manufactures pharmaceutical products, and it is based somewhere, pharmaceuticals, and it is based somewhere in Hong Kong. A beautiful company that deals with pharmaceuticals. And the reason why they make pharmaceuticals is for the good reason that our bodies malfunction. And when they malfunction, then we will need something to bring us back to normalcy. And medicine is one of those things. But also I have come to learn a fact. Socrates says like this: you must learn to eat your food today as medicine. Otherwise tomorrow you will eat your medicine as food. That is the reality of life. If you are here and you have found yourself taking medicine, say aye. If you are here and you have found yourself taking medicine, say aye. Aye. Is there anybody here who has never taken medicine? Just lift up your hand. Hey, I thought you were lifting. I would have been shocked. Chances are, every time all of us find ourselves taking what? Medicine. The reason we take medicines is because our bodies malfunction every day. But if we had learned to take the food, then maybe we may not have needed the medicine. Now let me ask about our olden days. Did our parents used to take medicine as much? What were they taking? Food, and what else? Did they get sick also? Yes, herbs. They would go and get herbs, and somehow they had the knowledge and the expertise to know which ones. So they would go, and when they get sick and they get pains in their heads or somewhere, they would know which herb to go and pick and make themselves that. And question, did that herb have side effects? Did the herbs have side effects? Do the medicine we take have side effects?
Yes.
A lot. I was just speaking to one person here today, and they told me that they were injected with something, and immediately after that, their face has exploded. Has it happened to any one of us? You realize that you went to treat this problem, but before you finish treating this problem, another one has already erupted. And this is where now this company came in. In 2006, this company decides to change over, and they start the other company called SUMA. SUMA means Superior Unique Manufacturers of what? America. So this company originally starts from America, a place called Los Angeles, California. The reason is because they want to manufacture something else, and what they manufacture now is what we call nutraceuticals. This, put in simple terms, is what we call food supplements. Now question, do we need to supplement in life? Why? Because this is the reality of what happens. In life, between what we take and what we should actually take, there is always a gap in between here. This gap is created because life is different. Number one, in the olden times, they would be able to plant their food and make them grow naturally. But over time, we have become sophisticated. So our foods have become, number one, processed. Then we have also gone to the other side and we have refined what? Foods. Have you realized that from meat, what do they make out of meat? If you go to Farmer's Choice today, what are some of the products you can produce from the same meat? Sausages. So what will be in sausage? Let's interrogate a few. What will be like, for example, in a sausage? There will be what? Beef inside the sausage. Yes, it can be beef, it can be pork, it can be chicken. Good. Then what else will be inside it?
Salt.
Salt, yes.
Spices.
Wheat. There will be some wheat inside there, isn't it? There will be what else? Preservatives to keep it going. What else? Flavors. There will be some flavors. Because again, do you think in every sausage they will put 100% meat? No. So they will process some of it and actually take it away. And I've realized something in economics. They have now learned a new way, and it's called the cost cuttings and the less waste. So every company is struggling that everything that they use must be used somewhere else. And this is a fact I came to realize. One of the companies which manufactures soft drinks was using a lot of water to wash some of the things they used to pack the soft drinks. And they said, well, how can we be wasting so much water? So they decided to recycle the same water, clean it up, and pack it back again to a bottle. So not only do they pack the soft drinks, not only do they use the water to wash those soft drinks, they also take the same water and revive it back and bring it back to pack for you water. So do they have any waste? No. And interrogate any product that is ever made. They will make one product and have another byproduct and have another one used as something else. Any one of them you can tell me? Do you know any product like that? I can give you one. I can give you my best. My best, I always love using maize. What do they use maize to do? They use the husk and they make animal feed. They use the germ here and they make cooking oil. Then they use this and make for us sifted what? Maize, flour. And we are happy to take this one, but it is devoid of everything else. When you take that one, what happens is that your body, between what it is supposed to take and what it actually takes, because now the processing and the refining has spoiled. Now something else has happened. Genetics have gotten into our food, and now we have foods that are called what? GMOs. Is it a reality of life? Yes, it is true. Question: where do we get our apples from? Egypt, South Africa. We bring them from outside. Do we grow our own? Yes, we do. Now the other day I was interrogating one thing. How many of you know about Kitungu Saumu? Have you heard about it? Yes. Is there a difference between our Kitungu Saumu grown in Kenya and the one grown outside? Yes. What is the difference? Size and? Now let me talk about the one which is from outside. How does it look like? Very nice, white and big. They make it very nice. Now let's come home. How is ours here? Very small ones. But now let's interrogate further. Which is more potent, that one or this one? Ours is better. Why? It has better concentration of that garlic by itself. If you look at the concentration of that one, because it has been genetically modified, ours stands better. Now let me even go worse. Which is more expensive? Ours or theirs? Ours. So which one do you buy? Now let me come home. Which one do you buy? The expensive one or the cheap one?
Personally, the expensive one.
What a good t-shirt. You buy which one?
The local one.
The local one?
Yeah.
Expensive?
Yes.
Actually, you are expensive. But something which she knows is much better. Because she may be buying more expensive, but she is buying better quality. Now, all of us, most of us, will subscribe to the cheaper one. And have you realized, by subscribing to the cheaper one, have you subscribed to the original or the GMO? The GMO. Now let me come home. We have apples. And we have apples from there. How much do we sell them approximately? 30 shillings. Now, how much do we sell our own here, homegrown? Have you ever seen them? Have you ever known the difference between our apples and those apples? No. Why? They were pushed out of the market. And the little who make actually have no enough supply to supply all of us. So we have ended up depending on what is brought from outside. So let me ask, while there was COVID, what happened to the apples? Were they still there? How are they coming? And most of them will come, and if you go to some of the places, like I can tell you a few places in Westlands and Parklands, they have big cold rooms. And they will put them inside there and put them in certain temperatures so that they can now stay. So you will eat an apple that was harvested 2 weeks ago, stayed in the fridge for 2 more weeks. By the time it's getting out, it's that way. Then have you ever taken an apple, and by the time you are using it the next day, it has some places which are soft?
Yes.
And you can actually press your finger in. Yes. And they are actually starting to rot. The reason is because they have been overly stretched. And everything has a useful life. Do you think there will still be any nutritional value in that one? Then I can tell you what doctors say. An apple a day keeps the doctor. Is a genetically modified one keeping the doctor away or closer? Maybe we need to interrogate the foods that we eat. The reason is because these gaps keeps widening every day and then brings the need for supplementation. Now let me even go further. Beyond genetic modification is our farming techniques. Our farming techniques have changed. Now we no longer farm in the olden way. We farm in the modern way. We farm using what? Some of the things that we use as input in the farm. One, fertilizers. Two, pesticides. Another one, herbicides. Another one, even preservatives. Do we preserve maize by using some powders? And we keep them in the stores? And then by the time we are finished, now we are taking the same maize. And you realize, what have you taken? You have taken the herbicides, pesticides, fertilizers, and everything else. The other day we had a whole scenario in Kenya, and we were saying about sugar. And we were saying sugar has what? Mercury. Where did it come from? How does mercury get into that? I still need doctors to explain to me. How did mercury get into the what? The sugar. But even the sugar by itself, have you realized the sugar that we have is no longer the original sugar? It is the refined processed sugar. They refine it so much, they make it look good for your eyes and also economical for their business. This has affected us, that our farming techniques have helped us. And now let me go to the worst, and this is the economy. Now this has affected everybody. Every one of us, because of the hard times, we buy the cheaper option. And the cheaper option is not always the best option. Now, unfortunately, also on the other side, the traders have learned that for them to make money, they have to work on their economy. So they have to give you what they maximize on. I'll give you this one sad story. I go to a friend of mine, he's somewhere in Kahawasukari, has a beautiful home and a big compound. Inside that compound, he's rearing chicken. And so we walk in as visitors and we are invited and welcome. And we say, hey, we have come to the right place. Leo sitoki hapa bila kreti ya mayai. And he says, that is okay. And I say, now, before we even sit, let's be made some chicken. And this man looks around and says, calls the son and says, go to so-and-so's house and bring me some 2 chicken for my visitors to eat. And look at him and wonder, you have thousands of chicken running around and you are sending to your what? Neighbors. And I wondered why. And he told me, these ones are not for my visitors. These ones are for the market. And I asked him, so what is the difference? And he told me, you know, these ones have grown by acceleration. And now they are ready to go to the market, and so they will be harvested tomorrow. So I told him, so us eating too will make you go to losses. He says, no, it is what is inside the chicken that I'm worried for you. So even them who make those chicken do not eat them. They know what they have actually installed in them. What are some of the things you people who rear chicken put inside there? Name them, because I know some of you are farmers. Steroids. We are putting steroids on the chicken because we want them to accelerate their growth. So a chicken grows from 0 age and goes to, by 2 weeks time, it is 1.2 kilos and ready for the market. And what happens? Now let me come to you. You are walking from BF Suma, very hungry because Kimani has kept you for 2 hours. And then you are walking outside there and you see a chicken doing some somersault. And it is grilled nicely and brown. What do? You stop by to take a bite. And then what happens to you? All those steroids that we introduced into the chicken get into whose system? Your system. Are you healthy or are you unhealthy? Very unhealthy. The nutrients you thought that you are finding in the chicken, unfortunately you don't find. You find disease in them. Have you seen people who take bananas, throw them in solids, in liquids, and by tomorrow morning they are ripe? Have you seen others who preserve meat in the butchery? Even flies don't eat. And you eat. So what happens to you? Before you realize it, we are attracting all kinds of diseases. Which is the one disease right now that is wreaking havoc in Kenya? Cancer. And before we know it, it is depositing deposits in your breast, it is depositing in your cervix, it is depositing in your colon, and everywhere, everybody is going crazy with cancer. And somehow we don't know. But these diseases can actually be summarized and they can be called in one word. They are called lifestyle diseases. And this is what this company now measured on. They realized a true fact. If you will be here on Friday, you will enjoy the session by Dr. Shadrack Kahini, a qualified medical doctor who has studied in the school, studied both here and gone to the UK. Finished his studies and come back to practice. And also while he practices, he realizes that the truth be told, we find supplements for no good reason. They help us to bridge the gap between what we eat and what we should actually eat. By providing that nutritional value, it helps us alleviate the symptoms and diseases that we suffer from. Tomorrow I'm going somewhere to do a medical camp. And if you look at some of the symptoms you see, which we have done previously, you see people coming with diseases, and you know for sure that what has caused all these diseases is their lifestyle. Some of you do not drink water. If you are here and you have carried 1 liter of water, say aye. How many are you? I don't see any bottles of water around. So chances are you will run through the whole day without any bottle of water. And by the time you are finishing in the evening, your body is dehydrated. So you go and you are wondering, why am I having a headache? Because simply you have not hydrated your body. And then the next thing you'll run to is to take a medicine to relieve the pain. Which one? Do you need that medicine? What you needed was to do what? Drink water. And before you know, if you had drunk enough water, your body would be hydrated. And then tomorrow you wake up in the morning and your face is outbursting. And you say, where am I getting pimples from? Because your skin is equally dehydrated. If you had only hydrated yourself, you would not have had the headache yesterday and the skin would have been nice and tight. So, do we need lifestyle change? A lot of change. And now that is where this company comes in. This company says, we are going to deal with most of these lifestyle diseases. So number one, we deal with health and wellness. Under health and wellness, we have very many categories. One of the categories that we have is bone and joints. Bones and joints. Let me ask this question. Who is here and knows that they have a problem in one of their bones or in one of their joints? Say aye. You are here?
Yes.
Niwauzie kitu? Where do you get your calcium from?
Milk.
Milk. And what else? What else? Eggs. Eggs give you calcium. Haki mnahitaji kurudi shule. Yeah?
Quail eggs.
Quail eggs. I like the game here. But the truth be told, you realize that our bones and joints will malfunction. Chances are they are malfunctioning because of number one, use and abuse. Some of you overuse your body. I'll be standing here for the next 2 hours. Yesterday somebody sympathized with me and told me, stop standing for too long. It is not good for you. So I said, yes, I stand for only 3 hours, but I take breaks. But eventually what happens is this, overuse of your organs will also lead to the same. Can I tell you how you abuse some of your bones? Some of you are overweight. And so you find yourself carrying an excess of weight. Can I talk to the ladies a while? Now some of you wearing those high heel shoes, what happens to you? And the bone of your feet, instead of being straight, it actually stays like this. What happens to you? Eventually, at the curvature here between your bone, you will have issues. And before you know it, it actually goes to your spine. And now your spine starts spining like this. There's even a new one. A new disease that is actually coming up. There are people who have forever been on their phones like this. Have you seen them? What is happening to them? Their backbones and their spine is starting to warp. And so people are like staying like this. Because of your constant use. Some of us are on computers all the time, and what happens to yourself? Your eyes start having problems. And before you know it, you have a whole complex issue. Bones and joints, this company brings solutions. And some of the solutions are like here, we have a product called Zaminocan. We say, we can give you a product that is actually derived from plants and herbs. That these plants and herbs give you the same high quality calcium. And in our calcium Zaminocal, we will give you about 560 international units of calcium inside one tablet. So we tell you to take 2. If you take 2, how much are you taking? 12, this is 10, 11, 1100. The daily recommended dose for your calcium requirement is between 1000 IU to 1200. That tells you that if I give you this Zaminocal and tell you take 2 capsules every day, even if you don't look for it in any other source, you already have the requirement. What you require, your body now can get. And now, ladies, don't start saying about your nails, because some are saying that my nails are very weak. They are weak because you have no calcium. And some of us run to the other place, and instead of putting Cutex, now you put what? What are you putting nowadays?
Thickness.
Adenas and gel. So that you try to make up for the bone. It will never give you calcium. The truth is you will need to supplement. The reason why you supplement again is to be able, because every lady every month loses this calcium. And you will lose it in your menses. As you do your menses every month, you are losing 5 to 10 spoons of blood, but it needs every other mineral. That is why when you get pregnant, your gynecologist, the first thing they put you on is what? Supplements. Because they know you have lost them. So the only way for you to carry a pregnancy, support another life in between, has to be by you supplementing your food. So does every woman need to supplement?
Yes.
Effective when?
No.
Effective now. Now let me go to other place. Can I be a bit adventurous today? We have sexual health. Now, if you are here and you are not suffering from sexual health, say aye.
Aye.
You are not suffering?
Yes.
I say suffering. If you are here and you are suffering from sexual health, say aye. I knew you would not speak. But the truth is, nobody speaks about it. Because we have been almost made to believe that it is a taboo. And men nowadays are not even performing. And ladies know it. But they keep it as a secret. To protect the image. So what are you doing about yourself? Now they start having the other things we call bangoya kando and all those other things. The reason is because we don't want to face the reality that men have reached a point they can also not perform as well as optimally. Why? Because every man, when he gets to the age of 30, his prostate glands will start expanding. Before you realize it, it is now blocking the urethra. Before you realize it, he is developing a prostate cancer. Before you realize it, now he cannot perform sexually. Now let me even make it better so that they don't feel all guilty. You have gotten already yourself on high blood pressure. I go to the hospital up here. I was carrying my weight and my weight was 117. How lovely is that?
I mean,
Very good. But some of us think that having a big opinion here makes you look posh and rich. You could be actually harboring poverty and sickness. And I go to my cardiologist, and my cardiologist tells me the first medicine that you need is to reduce your what? Weight. He tells me that one, there is no prescription. Just go work on yourself, reduce your weight. Second thing, he tells me I will give you some medicine which can help you. But unfortunately, you and I, who has been in high blood pressure, knows that those medicine you are given for 2 weeks or for a lifetime.
Lifetime.
Lifetime. When you start those medicine, you don't do them for 2 weeks, you do them for a lifetime. Now, let me give you some of the side effects. Go and Google some of those products and realize, number one, they kill all the libido. So if you are a man or you are a woman, either way it will affect you. And before you know it, now you cannot perform sexually because among the side effects of the medicine that you are taking is actually killing it. And now everybody gets into this problem. And now ladies have issues. They have candidas. They have yeast infections. They have, what else do you have? Discharges. They have abnormal hormonal imbalances. And before you know it, your body is totally a wreck. When you have your periods, you have heavy cramps and pains that you cannot bear. The reason is because your body is not getting the right what it requires. Food. Because we are eating processed food, and that is affecting all our body organs. So what can every woman do? When you come here, I give you products like this, Femicare. I tell you, go wash your state house. Because when you wash your state house, some things happen. Your yeast infections start going away. Your discharges start being harmonized. I give you other products like this, Feminity. Feminity is where? There's one here. Yes, this one. It's called Feminity. It goes into your system, balances your hormones, so that now you don't have crazy periods, crazy menstrual cycles which have longer blood flows and heavy side effects. Beauty about it, I give all men some product we call what? Prostate Relax. It helps to relax your prostate, helps you to become a healthy person. Then if you are not functioning properly and your transformer by any defect has any problem, we give you another one we call Expower. That has only a few things, marker, adenine. It has beautiful things like what? What are the other products which are there? Bimedium. And they go and help the system so that blood circulation to your body organs becomes correct. So this company helps you to deal with sexual health. Can I go a little bit further? Digestive. Now, if you are here and you've never had a problem of the stomach, say aye. No. All of us will have some problem. Now, name some of the problems we normally have. Constipation is the best. Why constipate? Did you realize you have not taken any water today? So are you expecting not to constipate? Actually, you expect it, because the body already is lacking on one thing. But before you realize that constipation is not only on that, on the maize we were talking about, this husk that they were removing. And they told you now, because you live in Nairobi, you cannot take unga number 2. You can only take the refined one. So you lacked the fiber inside you. That fiber is what helps you to pass out the feces. So your body starts clogging up. And before you realize it, your stomach is already hanging. If you are here and you are a lady and you have a hanging stomach, say aye. The best part is denying even yourself. And you don't know how to deal with it, because you have tried everything else. Now this is what Albert tries to make fun out of. He says, some of you have learnt a new science we never learnt in school. And they told you that you can boil water, put lemon in it, and then it will burn the, as if they are solubles which are placed here, waiting for them to be dissolved. But you have tried that for the longest time and it hasn't worked. So you need to understand, what can I do that can help me? When you come to this company, the company gives you solutions. I give you a product like one called what? Veggie Veggie. Veggie Veggie goes to your stomach. This is what I do every Sunday. I love this product because it goes inside your stomach and churns your waste. And before you know it, you will be passing out a lot of that. And sometimes people don't like that bit. When people ask me the question, itanifanya niendeshe? Itakufanya uendeshe. Why do you want to keep the waste inside when you can actually get rid of it? And when you get rid of it, actually this is the scientific part. It says that every human being could be carrying about 2 to 6 kilograms on its fecal material on colon. Stuck within your colon. Some of you go to the toilet, and if you are here and you go to the toilet once a day, say aye. If you are here and you go to the toilet twice a day, say aye. You are reducing. Actually, most of you, you'll realize you go to the toilet how many times? And you eat how many times? If not, where does the other one go?
Stop.
Where?
Stop.
And you're asking, why do I have this? Every time you realize that we eat even more than we remove out of our system. You go try taking 2 liters of water. How many times will you go to the toilet? That tells you what goes in should also go out. If you eat 5 times and go to the toilet 1 time, something must be totally messed up. It is not a must that you must be sick, but it could be your process is slow in digesting, slow in breaking down, or slow in passing out. And either way, we need to address it. Now let me come further. Beyond health and wellness, now let me also ask this question. Do the healthy people need to use our supplements?
Yes.
Why? Because we also need to prevent ourselves. If a thief knew, if a person knew what time a thief would come, would you leave your doors open or leave them closed? Closed. No one wants to expose himself to danger or risk. It is only stupid for you to leave yourself like that. Why do we invite you to this offer? Because these products help you prevent even your health. That if you have already not suffered those problems, they could be on their way coming. The best you can do is prevent yourself. The best you can do is, if you are a woman, replace your minerals that you are losing every month. If you are a man, you know that at the age of 30 going forward, your body is not absorbing calcium. Start supplementing that early. Don't wait until you get arthritis for you to start dealing with yourself. Supplementation is one of the industries that helps you protect yourself and keep yourself optimal. This is the worst part. Many of us don't subscribe to the supplements because we have been cheated that they are not useful. But even doctors will tell you that this is the industry that you need to watch out for. In the next very few years, people will be running away from medicine because of side effects. But what I tell you is our supplements provide you a safe option that has no side effects. Because they are natural, organic, and herbals. that you use. Number two, we deal with weight management. Ask me how I joined this company. When I was 117 kilos, I asked myself, how do I lose this weight? Albert comes and tells me there are only digestive products that I can give you that can help work out with your weight. I take these products, all of them. I actually remember I bought 8. And I take all of them and try them out. And somehow I start losing my weight. Can I tell you my weight now? Right now, I am standing at 90. How much did I lose?
27. 27.
And I'm happy and proud about this product. December up to now. Then this is what happens. I don't know whether my cousin is here. I had invited him to come. Again, those people we expect to come, they don't come. I invited him to come. The reason I invited him to come is because that young man is about 22 years old. And last year, 2 years ago actually, 2 years ago, 2018, he is very heavy. And I'm actually looking at him and wondering, what does he do? Then secondly, he starts getting a deformity on his feet, so he cannot walk straight. So I tell him now, let's do something about it. So we take him to India. And when we take him to India, something happens. We go there, and you know, normally they say that your stomach will be something like this, and it will be a valve like this, which has a valve that allows things to go out. And so what they do, they go to India and they look at each stomach and say, now we can slash it like this. This surgery is called bariatric. Bariatric surgery is a correction surgery. If you've seen some of the major politicians and some of those people, you see them like this and then you see them like this. Have you seen some?
Yes.
Yes, that is what they do. So they go for this bariatric surgery and it works. So somehow, when we go for the bariatric surgery, they reduce his stomach from about 475 cl to about 100 cl. And now his stomach is shrunk and small. If you give him a drumstick, he cannot finish. Because the stomach has been done what? Let me tell you the reality about yourself. Your stomach, when you are born, can you take a liter of juice? Now, if you are here and you can take a whole liter, say aye. What is the size of your stomach? You already can start telling that your stomach is not anything less than 1 liter. Actually, it can even take 2. Sasa hiyo ndio unasikianga nimeshiba. Sasa hiyo umekula kilo moja ya nyama. And before you know it, now the body has a heavier load to process. And that strains your body systems. So I take this man to India and he's done this bariatric surgery. And this part of the stomach is removed and actually now he has remained with only 100 cl. Something happens. In 2 weeks' time, he loses 17 kilograms. In how many times? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. But then he comes back home and the life goes on. And now he has his weight optimal. But what happens next is that this is a fact about your body. Your body has the ability to expand back. So it starts expanding back. He starts with a drumstick and before he realizes it, now he can finish a drumstick and a wing. And what does that tell you? Your stomach is already going back to its original size. And while you had lost so much weight, now you start gaining it back. Have you ever tried some of the methods of losing weight and you have something people now call rebound weight? But you lost weight so much, then afterwards you start gaining that weight what? Right back. Because that is the body system. That is how it works. So when he realizes that, now he's on the path of gaining back. And we tell him now you have to take care of what you eat and how you eat it. This is what we know as a fact. The body has the ability to manage your weight if you deal with these 3 things. Number 1 is what? Diet. Number 2? Exercise. And number 3? Rest. Now let me talk about rest only today. Some of your systems never rest. You know that after you took breakfast, what have you taken between breakfast and now? Some of you took a fruit. Some of you will take something else. After you finish that one, you will take lunch. And after you finish lunch, you take maybe something in between. And this is how a normal meal will be like. It will be breakfast, then there will be a mini meal, then there will be lunch, and then another mini meal, and then there will be dinner, and chances are another mini meal. Or tea. Mnaona watu wanazindikishanga chakula jioni na chai? Muko?
Yes.
Nyinyi wazuri. Na hiyo chai umeweka sukari. Alafu una expect ulale usiku vizuri. And by the time you are finishing this, especially this part, in the evening your body is digesting the whole night. Tomorrow morning you wake up, you are more tired than you slept. The reason is the body never had time to rest. When you come here, we give you a product which has the program which runs for 28 days. In those 28 days, one of the meals we cancel is this one. Why? To allow your body a chance to recuperate. To allow your body a chance to repair itself. To allow your body a chance to finish some process. Ile chakula ya jana, siwache at least imalize itoke. Kabla uweke ingine. So we give you a product, and everybody who joins this company today will get a sample of it. It is called Elements. This is a meal replacement. It replaces your meal. And now, instead of eating your full meal, now you can take that Elements, put it in a water, it's powder, koroga it, and take that one. Number one, it kills your appetite, so you don't feel hungry anymore. Because that hunger pang is what makes you go looking for food. Secondly, it gives you only 90 calories, what you need for your body to functions to continue. So you will not lose your energy. Number three, it helps you now to finish some of the processes of the body. Gives you all the nutrients that you need, but at the same time allowing your body some chance. Is that a good thing? Yes. That is how maybe sometimes we need to manage our weight. And when we do that, now we realize the third point. Can you grow old? We have a product that will help in anti-aging. And some of our products here, actually most of our products, I've realized most of our products do this. If you have our soap, we have our soap, and this our soap will be categorized under category number 4, and this one is called personal care. Personal care is what we do for ourselves and take care of ourselves. One of the things is soap. And our soap, unlike any other soap, is not water-based but oil-based. It is meant to work with your skin to help your skin rejuvenate, to clear the oily skins that we have. And sometimes we even give what we call a white towel challenge, that you can use our soap and wipe yourself with a white towel and it will not be dirty. But right now, go and bathe with other soaps. You realize chances are you have cleaned yourself very well, but you still feel dirty. And if you do like this, your skin, you see some dirty things coming off. And you wonder, did you really clean? Some of the soaps do not work with us, they work against us. You wash your clothes and you realize your hands get, what? Cracky. And you are not knowing how to deal with it. Now you are on dry skin, and before you have to start applying moisturizers and things like that. Ideally, what this is doing is that we work with you to provide you personal care products. We have toothpaste which helps you to deal with your teeth. If you have bleeding gums, sensitive teeth, we are able to deal with those. What is the main essence? Suma, BF Suma, is a company that helps you deal with food supplementation to alleviate all these issues in your lifestyle. Our ideal is to make sure that this works for every one of us. If you have not gotten to those degeneration, then you can actually prevent yourself. This is a company that provides you very many other things. One, it provides you products. These products, I normally like to say they are 50 plus. And these products will give you the best efficacy that you can ever tell. The reason I love the products of this company is because, number one, they protect my integrity. Every time I give products to any person, I am not worried whether will they work or will they not work. I am sure they will work. The reason I have done that is because one of the principles we believe in is you must learn to do what? Use. You cannot give a story that which you have not lived or have experienced about. You can only speak about that which you know. But question, can I speak about Femicare, which I've never used?
Yes.
Can I speak about Femicare I've never used?
Yes.
Yes. How will I tell you? Now a certain lady comes after I finish the presentation and meets me behind there and tells me, how do I use it? So what do I tell her? As per the instructions. But she wants to know how I should use it. So how do I start explaining? But I know that this company also, while you are joining this company, we will give you a lot of literature. And this literature will help you, despite you not being a man, you can explain to a man about X-Power. You can tell him how he can gain back his energy. If you are a man and you are explaining to a woman, you can explain to him how this works. Because you have the knowledge inside you. And the company works to empower you to make sure that you operate at that level. So this is what happens. The company gives you products, and these products have the best ability to do what they say. These products are, number one, certified. And they are certified by certain bodies, FDA. They are also certified by KEBS. And they are finally certified by a body called the PPB. PPB is Pharmacy and Poisons Board. Pharmacy and Poisons Board is because they are the one who check every product that we have that is used as medicine or as supplements that does not harm human beings. So they will verify. So all the products that we are sending you out to go and give to your friends or use yourself are certified products. So they are not quacks. Have you ever met some Maasais on the street with some kibuyu?
Yes.
Which category of standards they pass through? How safe is it? Is it nice to use them? Unfortunately, it may be very good. It may be of the right quantity because actually wanatembeanga huku and they have studied those trees and maybe they have used them over time. They could be very good, but the fact that they are not certified makes them not very good. The reason of this company is they have adopted the highest quality of standards so that they are able to make these supplements in a different way. Now, we present most of our supplements the same way pharmaceuticals are presented. How do you get your medicine? In what formats? Capsules. Now, we also put our supplements in capsules so that when you are taking them, it is easy for you to take. We also put our supplements in powder forms. We also put them in liquid forms. We also put them in tablet forms. That tells you, you are not taking medicine, you are taking supplements which are packaged in similar manner. I will always, and you will always hear this story. Hizo madawa zenyu hazifanyi kazi, ama zinafanya kazi. They will be referred as madawa because they look similar, but they are not. The truth is different. Those ones are medicine, these ones are supplements. But they work the same. The effect on our side is that our products also have the best feature, which everybody keeps asking me every first time. Ziko na side effects. What, give me the answer?
Yes.
Do they have any side effects?
No.
No. How does food have side effects to you? Because the same way we take our food is the same way supplements do. Now, this is the final one. Number two, this company provides every one of us an opportunity to work with them. The opportunity is embedded in this. I want to go to the final bit and then we are done. I think our time is running good. Okay. I will delete as much as I can. So you can remember the products. We have products in what line? Do we have some products in health? Then we have some others in weight management and anti-aging and personal care. So you understand that this is how this company deals in all its products. Now let me go to the last bit and then I am done with this presentation and then we can let you go home. BF Suma, that I will not delete. So this company gives you one product. The reason why we give you products is for several things. Number one, we want you to use our products. Because when you use the products, they become the story that you tell. Now some people ask me, if your products are that good, why not place them on Tuskys or any shelf of any pharmaceutical? Because our products are very much better. That every person who gives them must give a story behind. Otherwise they would be lost like any other products. So we prefer our products not to be sold in the conventional way, but to be sold differently. Number two, we allow you to use our products to recommend. You can recommend it to your friends, to your family, to anybody else, and we also allow you that you can be able to sell. Number two of this is that we allow you an opportunity to work with this company. This opportunity is based in something that we do. Our marketing system is different. And instead of the conventional one, we use a marketing system called what? Network marketing. Network marketing is a different aspect altogether. I tell people it is unfortunate that some people do not believe in network marketing while they practice it on a daily basis. When you got married to your husband, you are how many? 2. Before you got married to your husband, you are how many? 1. Then you became? Then you started bearing children. How many are you now? 5. This one. Another one? 4. Another one? What is that? It is simple networking. You are developing the network even within your own homes. And if you don't think it is true, you will also develop networks. It's the simple aspect on which you get extra than what you have. When a supermarket opens one shop in Nairobi, and they open another one in Mombasa and another one in Kisumu, what is that one? It is a network. When you put more than one bulb in this room, what is that? A network. Network is simply creating more outlets, more than one. I even say Christianity, I dare say that it is also networking. Because even now, Jesus came as one and wanted to preach the gospel, and he had to recruit 12 disciples. And the 12 disciples had to make them fishers of men. And they preached to some people, and those people preached to others who preached to you, and now you are a Christian or a Muslim or whatever. That is how everything in life spreads, by networks. Now this is what happens. In this company, we tell you that when you come, we will work with you in network marketing, but we are defying the conventional. The conventional the conventional marketing allows that a product which is manufactured by a manufacturer, by the time it gets to a consumer, it has to pass through processes. And the processes and the persons are wholesalers, they are also retailers, what others? Suppliers, distributors, will there be transporters, maybe even advertisers? But let me ask you a question. If a bread is manufactured at 10 shillings, how much do you buy it at? 50. What changed? Did the bread increase in size? Did it improve in flavor or taste? Nothing changes. The product never changes, but the system and the economy of it allows that many people benefit in that system. So this company decides and says that this process, yes, it works and we need it in our daily life. But we prefer a network marketing system which empowers one person, and this person we call him a what? A distributor. This distributor, we empower them differently. We tell them now we want to work with you so that our products which are here, you can be able to use them. So themselves first, they have to get the benefit. So the first benefit which you get as a distributor is you buy all the products at a what? At a discount. That means if it was manufactured at 10 and the market price is 50, how much do you buy it at? 10. You get it at the manufacturer's price. Number 2, we also tell you now that if you want to sell, then we can also allow you to make what? Profits. Now in this company, you get the opportunity that you can take our products and sell them to somebody else and make a profit, and you are still doing legal business. The company actually goes ahead and tells you you can do 20 to 30% of these profits. And that is a plus for us. Now thirdly, we also tell you that we can give you bonuses. Every month, the company has a process of paying bonus to people. They pay the distributors because they empower this distributor to do everything for them. It is the distributor who does the marketing. It is the distributor who does the distribution. So by effect, they have only one way but to empower this distributor. So how do you earn bonus? You earn bonus in 2 ways. 1, by rank, and 2, by volume. So the amount of volumes that you move into the market allow you what you earn. Every rank that you go up into this company, it allows you how much you are able to earn. Now let me even go further. Number 4, this company allows that it gives a lot of incentives. Some of the incentives are real, and most of them have been achieved by some of us here. Some of the incentives they will allow you is number 1, they tell you every year they will set for you targets. If you hit these targets, then they can be able to allow you, 1, to travel around the world. Who does not love traveling around the world? Me, I do. I love to travel around the world, especially when the bill is yours to pay. And this time, this company gives you an opportunity that you can travel the world and they actually pay the bill. And this is what they say. If you hit those targets, then we give you those incentives. And this is what happens. They can tell you, if you qualify for one they call Intercontinental, they use about $2,000 US on you. How much is Kenya shillings? 200 what? How many of you have ever gone for a holiday and spent 200,000 here? Say aye. Haki nyinyi mnaishi pande mbaya.
Bana.
Hameni mkuje huku kwetu. Because if you qualify for an international one, now they don't even spend 2,000, they spend 4,000 US dollars. Now how much is that? Kama mjai spend 200 hata 400 mjai onana na. But this is what happens. Yes.
Ni mimi English yangu mbaya ama zinafaa kwa zile institution. Which one is big, international or intercontinental?
International.
Sawa.
International. Now they also tell you that they are able every year to give you a car. Hit those targets and they give you a car. Can I show you somebody who has gotten a car in this team? Mine, I'm actually qualifying for it. I'm in my first year. I joined this company in January. Can I show you somebody? Anybody who is in the room who has qualified for his car, stand up. I know you are there. You see that lady? That lady now drives a car. You see this other one? They have a car from this company. Let's appreciate this lady. These are living proof that actually this company works. When it promises, it actually delivers. Thank you. I'll have a time for them to tell you something. But the truth about it is this: you can qualify them. All you need is just hit the targets. Once you hit the target they set for you, they give you that car. If they give you one this year, it doesn't stop them from giving you another one next year. Some of them will come here and tell you last year they qualified and even this year they have qualified. Would you want to have yours?
Yes.
When?
Later.
Cash.
Very soon. When is soon?
Cash.
Me, I want to have mine this year. So if you are waiting for yours long, they have also other things and they can give you a villa fund. But now let me explain to you. The villa fund will go for 5 years. If you hit certain targets which they set for you, then you can be able to get those funds. In 5 years, they can build you a home and put you somewhere and you are comfortable. You have a travel every year. You have a car every year. You have a villa every 5 years. Isn't that a good lifestyle?
Yes.
Yes. And every month, what they add over and above is that they are able to give you money. Because all these bonuses and these profits give you a lot of money. Now let me show you how. For you to join this company, number one, you can use 50 US dollars. How much is that? 5,000. 5,000 will allow you that we will take 2,100 and we call this registration. While I was speaking, did I talk about some literature? And one of the things that they give you with that 2,100 is a lot of literature. So they will take literature which they have for this company and empower you. The reason is so that now you know what every product does. Number two, they give you a pin. A pin is the brand and logo of this company. This is the one on top here. The other ones you get them later as you advance. And if you look around the room, you will see everybody who has this pin. That tells you they are distributors of this company. Secondly, thirdly, when they give you this, they will also give you a card, and that card will carry a number. If you are here and you are a distributor and you have a card, please show me. I want to see those who are distributors with their cards. The reason again I'm saying they show me is because they are ATM-like. So I am so sure they have placed them in their wallets because it is easy for you to carry. Because every time you come to buy, we will attach your business to that card. It becomes like an account you open. Anyone who has a card, show me. Please lift up your cards. Now for our visitors, those are our cards. That is how we register you and brand you with that one. It will carry your name and everything else. Now also we give you samples. Did I mention which samples we are going to get?
Yes.
Which product? What is it?
Food. Food.
It is a what?
A food.
Food supply.
A meal replacement. It replaces your meal so that you can actually be able to enjoy. Even if you came here and you don't have lunch and you join this company today, we will give you a meal for lunch. Is that a good idea? Everybody should join today. Then we will give you that supplement. But above that, they also give you the ability to track your business. This is a tracking option. That number which you have been given, now you can log into our website. We give you an app if you want an app, and you can be able to track what happens in your business. Now this is how you do. Eventually after this, we give you several products. Number one, we give you one product at $22.50, another one at $4.50, another one at $180, and we finish your money. This $180, we give you a soap. Did we talk about soap?
Yes.
Anatic soap. We allow you one soap that works with you. Then $4.50, we give you a toothpaste. Did we talk about our Dr. TS?
Yes.
This Dr. TS toothpaste works with you. The reason we are giving you this product is so that you have an experience firsthand. so that when you go out there to tell somebody, you have a story to tell. Otherwise, if we told you just join and go, what will you tell them? You have nothing. So we give you something that helps you to do that. 2250, we give you a product called Consti Relax. Why Consti Relax? Our intention is this. This product is called an intestine cleanser. It cleanses your intestine such that you are able to have a system that is clean and free. This allows you that even if you are to use as a supplement, this helps you fast. It is only a recommendation. However, can you join with any other product? Yes, you can. You can actually remove this one and say, I want to start with this one. All we will tell you is that it must have a threshold, and that is 20 PV. Now, what is PV? PV is the way that we measure our business. PV is defined as performance volume or purchase value. This is what it simply says, that our products, and actually this company, runs within about 15 countries. That tells you if we were to deal in currencies, which currency do we deal with? We have a problem. So for us to standardize our products, we remove the currency element and actually replace it with a value. And this value is what we use to measure our business. There's a simple way you can understand it. 1 PV is approximately, and I use approximately, because some will be higher and some will be lower. Approximately $1 US, which is approximately 100 Kenya shillings. This helps you to understand that when I say 20 PV, how much am I talking about? So whatever product you want to start with must meet the threshold that it must have that value of 2,000 going upward. If you take all these products, the company here allocates you about 25.5 PVs. That is out of the money that you join with. So already even when you start, you have value that has been allocated to you. This is put in your account which has been opened. Now way number 2, you can join this company also by paying 300 PV. Give me the value.
30,000.
30,000. Now you are understanding. Now let me also try to talk it a bit. You can also join it by 10K. How many PVs? I just invited the formula. 100 what? PVs. So that means you can have the freedom of joining at whatever level. This is what we tell you. When you come here, some of us want to deal with good health. And among me, I'm one of them. I came here because I was looking for good health. But I can get good health and get good money and get good incentives. And that made me stick. And that, I don't know what reason you have. But some of us know that they have been challenged health-wise. And this is what we do. We have doctors down here, and we send you to them, and you go and put your hands, and they test you. And they are able to tell you what is ailing in your body. And when they tell you what is ailing in your body, now you have a supplementation program that they can actually recommend you on. So that when you are using, you will not ask me, what do I use for 10K? They will tell you what you can use for your own benefit. Or else, you may have someone whom you are thinking of right now who could be suffering from one of these lifestyle issues. And you could be wanting to buy some products for them. You spend on them, and you are in the system, and it is working. This is how it works. This is you joining the company. And who is you? Now, I don't want to use you. I want to use the name of a person. Give me a name of a person. A person who is here for the first time and is a new person and would want me to use their name, for example. Zara. Oh, that is a nice one. I think today I'll use your name. That is a beautiful name. Let me draw this much better. I think it will. Now this is. I'm trying to make sure I use my space rightly, and this is called BF Suma. Now, Zara, help me spell your name. It's Z-A-H-R-A. Now, all the others who are not from her tribe pronounce this name. Zara. They don't know even how to pronounce this name. But she says her name is what? Zara. Now, that is a different one. But now Zara comes and joins this business. When she joins this business, the first thing we will tell her is that she cannot be able to do this business alone. And the company, remember, is using what system? Network what? Marketing. So we tell her when you join the company, you can join at any one of these points. Where would you want to join? 5, first one, second one, or third one? Third one. Now she's very adventurous, so she's joining with 300 what? PVs. And when she joins with 300 PVs, now we will sell her something. When you come here, we teach you a principle. And this principle is called duplication. What is duplication? Duplication is understanding this. When I started, I talked about control. And many of us will open a shop. When I was in my shop, this is what I realized. Every time I had to go for a funeral, I had to close my shop for me to go for the funeral. Every time I was sick, I was absent from my job, then my job was absent. If you are here and you have ever found yourself in that situation, say aye.
Aye.
That happens to all of us. And unfortunately, I did not know that there is a better model that works much better. This model works like this. You actually duplicate yourself into other people, so that they can do exactly what you can do. And this we tell Zahra, find for us 5 people who are thinking like you, who either want to do the things that we said up there. They want to use the products, they want to recommend, or they want to sell. Now when she gets these 5 people, what she's simply doing is transferring herself into them. And what will she be teaching them? She will be inviting them to this hall. We train them. We show them also how to go and find how many?
5.
5. By the end of the day, if only this Zahra started alone, how many people did she bring in? 5. If the 5 go and get 5, how many numbers do we have?
25.
25. If we add this 25 to get each 5, how many will we have?
125.
125. That is how networks grow. And before you realize it, I am a person who joined this company in January. I have networks now in Zimbabwe. I have networks in Mombasa. I have networks in Kisumu. How did I get to Kisumu? I have not gone. But I knew someone who knew someone who knew someone in Kisumu. And that is how networks grow. Networks outgrow you. Networks can overgrow you. And so you get something else. Now you can be able to enjoy something else, and we call it residual income. Now this is how it happens. This person comes and joins at 25 PVs. This one can join at 1,000. This one can join at 100. Let me even put this one 50. This one we put him at what? 500. So he can even join at 500. Anybody can join at whatever level. Whatever level they join with, we are fine. Because we are teaching them how to use the products, recommend them, and sell them out. That becomes the model that we work with. But now let me tell you something. I mentioned that for you to earn bonus, you must be within ranks and volumes. Now let me show you the ranks of this company. This company has ranks which range like this: 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, 6-star, and 7-star. At this point, we refer to you as a leader. This is how you go up the ranks. When you join this company, you will be in either one of these ranks. And you can also be able to go up the ranks every day. So this is what happens. When you move volumes out into the market, now you will range your business. Any person who moves between 20 PV up to 299 is a 2-star. 300 up to 999 is that one is 1,000 up to 499. And this one is 5,000 up to 799. This one is 8,000 up to 11,999. This one is above 12,000 PV. Let me explain something. All our PVs are done on something we call accumulation. From the day you join the company, the first PVs that you buy, you will never lose them. They keep being accumulated. So every PV that is done by yourself and your team is always accumulated on you. So you never lose them. So every time, even if you finish this month and you had 20, you can move next month and have 30. You can add them to the 20 and you grow. Now this is what happens. Now the company starts paying you bonus, and this is how they'll pay you. They'll pay you 5% here. They'll pay you 9% here. They'll pay you 13%, 17%, 22%, and this one is 28%. Your business keeps growing every day. The company compensates you more and you get more money as you go up the what? The rank. Now can I give you some assignment? Well now, Zahra joined with 300 PVs. What star is she?
3.
From this. Now you can get every person's business here. So what star is she? A 3-star. What percentage are we supposed to pay her with? 9%. So if we were to pay her right now, for whatever she has done herself, we would pay her 9% of all her business, because she's a 3-star. But every end of the month, the company will calculate the business based on a fair ground. This is what it will say. For Zahra, her business is like this. Every of these persons, actually inclusive of this one, these people would not have known the company were it not for who? Zahra. So for every person who does business here, we will also compensate her for doing the business. Now what about this person X? Every person in this network will never have known the business if it was not for this person X. So where does your business begin? Does the person X business begin here or here, going down? It begins here, going downwards. Your business begins from where you are, going downwards. Many a times I have had people come here and say, the person who is on top of me is not working with me. Why does he need to work with you? It is your business. Grow your business from where you are. When you come to this company, Zahra may bring you and introduce you here, but she's introducing you so that you have a fair ground like her. So that now you can be able to move your business going forward. But I'll tell you a secret, Zahra will not grow until she works with you. So it will be her responsibility to make sure that everybody in this tree grows. Now this is what will happen. If Zahra finds a 6th person, where will they place them? He will come and place them somewhere here. Because the company only allows 5 to be directly under you. Any other you bring, you must place under somebody. At that point, we will refer to Zahra as a what? Sponsor. And this person, we will refer to them as an upline. Every time you join this company in your form, there will be those 2 slots. Those 2 slots, you will fill them first for the first 5 people. After that, you will only become a sponsor, placing them under other people. That means she cannot grow without the other people growing, and we never stop recruiting. I came in January and I'm still recruiting, and I will still continue recruiting every day. So I will continue being a sponsor, placing people below here, because I need my team to grow as I grow. Zig Ziglar puts it this way, and he says, if you help enough people get what they want, you get what you want by default. And that is true in this system. Now let me show you. Can we value our business at the end of the month? Our month runs like this. Our month starts on 9th and ends on 8th of every month. So question, when is today? When is today? 5th. So which month are we on in the BF Suma month? July. We are still closing and consolidating the business for July. Then this is what will happen. On 8th, they will close the business. And on 15th, they will pay us. Now, if Zahra joins the business today, she will be paid on 15th together with all of us. Now, this is how they will value her business. They will say, now, Zahra did how many PVs? 300. So 300 plus 25? 325. Plus 1,000? 1325 plus this? Amujui hesabu? 1425? 1475? Plus 500? You guys have become dependent on your phones. 1975 what? PVs. Question. Did Zahra do it alone? She did it with who? With a team. This business can only grow as long as you work yourself together with your team. The principle is you are able to duplicate yourself and also multiply yourself by other people. They are able to do exactly what you can do. Some even joined higher than her. Does it stop her from growing? No. When they grow, she also grows. Now let me ask, what star is she at this point? 4-star. What percentage are we paying her at? 13%. What did she start? She started as a 3-star. Now she's a what? 4-star. What did it take for her to grow? This is the 2 secrets of this company. Many people. And the second one is that, very easy, more volumes. These are the only 2 things that will make you grow in any network company. There will be many people and there will be more volumes. The more volumes you move, the higher you go, the higher the percentage of pay. The many people you bring into the system, the easier you duplicate yourself and have the better results. Is this a simple business? Very simple. But let me also tell you, it involves a lot of work. I would hate to bring you here and give you an expectation that is false. We come here and we work. Did I talk about expectations when we started? Yes. And I said that some of us will be disappointed. There will be other people you will invite and they will say they will not come. But I have a good answer for you. This is what I always believe. Some will accept what you say. And that is fine. When they accept, bring them here. We will train them for free. This hall we will give you for free. We will allow you to come and sit here. We will do the presentation. And then some won't. Trust me, that's the reality of life. Some will tell you, kitu haifanyi. Unafanyia ule yuko juu yako kazi. Tell them they don't know what they're saying. This is what I always say. So what? And the last one is someone is waiting. When you learn these SWs, you learn to live life comfortably. You learn to manage your expectations. You will know that some will, some won't. So what? Someone else is doing what? Waiting. This company has about 8,000 distributors. What is the population of Kenya? Now let me even leave Kenya alone. Let me take Nairobi. We are over 5 million people. In my language we say, translate that. Simu translate na lugha yenu. Ng'ombe haziwezi maliziana nini? Nyasi. There is actually more grass than there is what? Cows. There is actually more market there than there are distributors. You can never come and have this what we call lack mentality. We come and we have abundance because we know out there are people who need solutions, and I have the solutions. I have the confidence to go out there and tell them because I know the products actually do work. This is what I'm going to do. When I come to this company, I love to give my story, but today I don't feel like giving it. Can I give my story? Yes. I joined in January, and the first check which they paid me is actually 424 shillings. This looks very discouraging. And they tell me that is all I worked for in the entire month. Is that a good thing to work for? It is not good. But I always keep insisting these two principles. Every time you sow, trust me, at the end you shall surely do what? Reap. Every time you want to occupy a house, first you must start by doing what? Building. And we tell everybody, when you come here, we subscribe you to a process. The process means you have to start building. You will not come one day and have these networks already working for you. So you will need a process of building. And that is where I found myself. The next month, they paid me 3,800. And that time, I was a foster. That is February this year. And I looked at that business and I said, it doesn't work. But the worst was not that. The worst was, one of the people I brought down below me was paid 17,000. Now that became very annoying. I even went to the president of this company, asked her, how can you do that to me? How can I bring somebody and you pay them more than you paid who? Me. And they told me, now that is how the system works. Can I show you how it works? If Zahra came into the system and is a, let's interrogate, this is a 3-star. This is a what star? 25? Is a 2-star. And this one is a 4-star. This one is a 2-star. This is a 2-star. This is a 3-star. Now this is what happens. I'll give them names. X, Y, Z, A, B. How much will Zahra earn? Zahra is being paid at 13%. How much money will they earn from person X? They will be able to earn, this person is paid at what percent? 5%. So we will pay them first. And when we pay them first, whatever Zahra is supposed to earn, we will less it from there. So Zahra earns 13 minus 5 is what? 8%. That tells you, out of every business this person X does, Zahra earns a shilling. Now let's even interrogate it further. This one is a 4-star. So what percentage are they being earned at? 13. Now question comes. How much does Zahra get? 0. Why? Who do we pay between the two? They are both 4-stars. Now what do we find? Now this is what this company does. And this is what separates us from a pyramid scheme. that this company will pay the downward first as they go upwards. The person on top will be paid the residue of the person who is below. That means if both of you are Fosters, the one who will be paid is this one. Because question, between person Y and Zahra, who did the job? Y. So who should we pay? Y. In this company, let nobody cheat you and tell you, ukikuja huku unafanyia ule yuko juu yako. Does this look like it? We pay you first. If they are ahead of you, then they can get the residual balance of whatever you have been paid. And so let's interrogate the last one, person B. This is a 3-star, and Zahra is a 4-star. So how much will this person be paid at? 9. So how much will Zahra be paid at? 13 minus 9? 4. You guys don't know 4%. That tells you this rate can keep changing. In one person he will be paid 8, in another person he will be paid what? 4%. But what about her own business? In her own business she'll be paid at 13 what? %. If she goes higher, the better it is. When I found myself in this place, I realized that I have to do something. I have to get out of there very quickly. So I took very many things. I took some of these products. Personally, this is what I did. I took this product called PureWay. I went even estate to estate. I went even to doors selling it. Because I wanted to move up very quickly, and I found myself here. While my people were struggling to get out of 4-star, I was already a what? A 6-star. Will I be paid better?
Yes.
Yes. So that means when you come here, we not only teach you to follow, we also teach you to lead other people. And you lead by example. I started by saying this: never ask from someone that which you are not willing to give. If you intend to be appreciated, appreciate other people. If you want people to work with you, work with them as well. And that is the secret of this business. This business allows you that a chance that you are on a fair ground, you can be able to grow from a 2-star to a 7-star. Now this is what happens. When you get yourself to a 7-star, now we refer to you as a leader. In this team we have a logo, a theme that we drive across. And we say, when you join us, we teach you on a 90-day challenge. And we tell you 90 days is how many months? 3 months. Push yourself to the limit. It is a time for building. It is a time that you find yourself doing the extra work. Calling everybody in your network. We teach you how to call them, what to tell them, how to tell them. And we want you to grow. The reason is because when you get to a leader, what percentage are you paid at? 28. Is that better than 5%? Yes. Who do not want to be at 28? I wanted to be there very quickly. But unfortunately, I didn't get there as quick. So the next month, they paid me 12,000 because I was a 6-star. The next month, they paid me 42. And now, I keep going up every day. Right now, I'm looking at almost a 6-digit. And I'm happy. Where can't I live with a 6-digit figure? What is a 6-digit figure? We like 6-digit figure like this. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Now you can only play with the multiples. And this is where I'm headed. I am actually purposing myself, and this is what I have told myself, and I have put it down in writing. I have told myself that I am going to push myself so hard, because I can go up the ranks, and I'll show you the final ranks, then we can be done with this. I told myself I'll push myself, and this is what I want. I want by the time it gets to December 15th of this year, this company should not be paying me anything less than 1 million. Question, is it possible?
Yes.
Is it possible?
Yes.
While I'll be paid 1 million, what will you be paid? What? You cannot be paid the same if you are outside. This is the trick. You never learn to swim when you are outside the water. When you go to bathe, what do you do first? Put on all your clothes or remove them. That is how we bathe. We teach you how to make this money, but we don't tell you that it is for free. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a place where we put our efforts. But we are in control of our efforts. And this is what happens. Immediately you get to become a leader, something happens. Zahra is here. I'm still using her as an example. And she has brought her 5. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. And these ones now are the ones she was working with first. When she becomes a leader herself, we now teach her a new game. The new game is You have to work with the people whom you brought into the system to make them leaders like you. So you start empowering them by supporting them. And when you make all of them to become leaders, then you are able to go up the rank. This is what you do. If you make one, you become a senior leader. If you make two, then we refer to you as a diamond what? Leader. If you make three, we call you a senior diamond leader. If you make four, we call you a crown leader. If you make five, we call you a senior crown what? Leader. That is the end of our marketing system. When you get to that level, you are at the epitome of growth. Now you can only come back and work with people to empower them. This is one of the companies that works with the principle. I believe in one principle. I tell myself, use one hand to feed yourself and the other hand to feed everybody else. If you use both, what do we call you in one word? Selfish. Learn to use both. Give one to everybody else and give another one to yourself. And it will work best with you. Allow me to do something. Thank you for our Facebook audience, those who have been watching us. We want to appreciate your time and all that. Tomorrow we will be here with Dr. Albert Kidenji, and we will be having a health talk. Tomorrow and Friday are going to be special days because we are going to be incorporating doctors into our show. So we want to make time with us tomorrow at 10:30. We will be running up to about 12:30. God bless you, we love you, and thank you so much for your time. Sign me off. Now that is for them. Hatujamalizana na nyinyi. Mbona mnanifukuza? I am done with the Facebook audience. Now let me finish with you. Can I show you that these people are actually physical people that we have? I want to see all the 2 stars if you are here and you have joined this business and you are actually a 2-star. I want to do a special recognition for you. Anybody who is here and is a 2-star, thank you very much. By the way, here we don't feel afraid. We are happy. Yani ulinipatia jina yako na wewe ni 2-star. I wanted a new person, but thank you very much for giving me a name. These are the 2 stars that we have. Can I ask one, who is the newest? Who joined this business in less than a week ago? Let me see whether there is any. And you are seated. Tell me, when did you join the business? Yesterday. And you are here. Let's appreciate that lady. Let me also tell you something. When you join this business, have what we call a teachable spirit. When you join this business, don't come here and pretend that you know everything. Come here every day. We have this training every day. The 2 reasons for this training is for our new people. And the second one is for you who is a distributor. We make you better every day. Know how to present, what to say when you meet someone out there. Is that a good thing? Let's appreciate our 2 stars as you take your seat. Thank you very much for being 2-star. But don't be comfortable as a 2-star. I have my mentor down here, the Madam President, and she tells me this every time. She's a 2-star every morning. Learn that principle because it helps you to work through the system every day. Otherwise, if you feel superior, you lack the energy and the effort that you put in. Now, can I see the 3 stars who are in the house? Any 3-star in the house, please rise up. 3 stars. Wow, we have one here, we have... No, I want you to rise up, please. Rise up, all of you, if you are here and you are 3-star. Thank you very much, 3 stars. The gentleman there is also part of this. Can I use your story a bit?